What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today we are reviewing probably one of my most unique LEGO sets in my LEGO collection, and also one of my favorites too. It is the Stranger Things Upside Down set. This originally came out in 2019 and retailed for $200. However, now it has since increased to around $300 if you wanted to get this set today. What's really cool about this set is that it depicts the regular world and also the Upside Down simultaneously, and it looks very unique, very well executed by the LEGO designer. So I really like this set for that. This is also one of 3 Stranger Things sets if you do count the Comic-Con exclusive Barb minifigure. So one of few, but it is definitely the best of those 3. The first thing that we will look at for this review is the small minifigure display plaque that you get. I think this is one of the last things you build. It has a nice little Stranger Things sticker piece. This is a sticker, and what's even more interesting is that it is on this sloped piece instead of just a flat tile, and the actual stand itself is able to house 4 of the 8 minifigures that are included in this set, and they are displayed, there's like tiles, and then they're displayed on these 1x2 jumper plates. So very nice looking stand. But now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the actual Upside Down. The first thing that we'll look at is one of the side builds. It is Hopper's police car, and you are able to remove it like this. It attaches to the Upside Down via this small little Technic pin that attaches to the bottom of the car. So very nice looking build. It's very simple. This is actually the first thing that you build. There's some tan tiles on it. You can see some of the police sirens up towards the top of the car, and then we have the Hawkins Police Department sticker right here, and then there is another sticker towards the back of this window towards the trunk of the vehicle, and there is also a license plate towards the back here. And then the other side of his police car is just a mirror image of the other one. It has the Hawkins Police Department sticker, and what's cool is you can actually remove this entire roof to get a look inside. We have a reference to season 2 with this pumpkin in his trunk, and then here is a look at the driver's area. You can see there is a steering wheel, and you can fit Hopper inside. If we look off to the side, we can see a nice little gap in there so that you can more clearly see the minifigure, and it's able to attach to the set like that. With that out of the way though, let's just go ahead and get into the actual first part of the Upside Down, which is the regular version of Hawkins, Indiana. We can see Will's bike that he loses at the start of season 1. There's some stones for the walkway, and there's various dirt elements and some rocks around everywhere. There's also these really well-made tree builds, which look really great. I love the green leaves up towards the top and to the side, and they use 3 different shades of brown, and it looks really nice. We also have a nice little swing off to the front porch of the Byers' house. There's some windows, and you're even able to see a hole in the wall, which I believe is, I think it's from I haven't seen Stranger Things in a while, but I think it's from when Joyce hits the wall with an axe. And then there's also the newspapers over the windows too, so that she can communicate with Will. In the Upside Down, there's a small bucket towards the front and then a doormat. We also see the house number of the Byers' house, and you can see some more of those printed newspaper elements and some other patio furniture as well. If we take a look at this other tree, there is a reference to Barb with a missing sign saying Barb is missing, and then the trees are the exact same build, but they do look really nice, and they actually are what support the set. The roof is also nice. It's got a nice little elevated display here where each like layer of the roof is one step above it. There's 2 kind of chimney looking things off to the side here, and you can see here's another look at the Barb sticker, and then we have some windows, and there's some sticker pieces on the chimneys, and they look very nice. They are just mirror images of each other. Now on to probably one of the most interesting parts of this LEGO set is the interior. I especially like the interior of the top layer of this set. The bottom one we'll get into later, but the top one does have more detail, and the first thing that we can see is the Will the Wise hat right here, and here's what it looks like on the Will minifigure that is included in this set. We also have another reference to season 2 of Stranger Things with a drawing of the Mind Flayer. That is a sticker piece, and then I think I'm reaching a little bit, but I think this is Bob's camera from season 2 as well, so that's a nice little touch. Loved Bob in Stranger Things, one of my favorite characters. And then now we move into the living room. We've got a nice little armchair as well as a plant. And what's also cool is you can see a Dungeons and Dragons board, and that is another sticker piece. And we have the Christmas lights box that Joyce gets her Christmas lights from so she can communicate with Will. We also have an axe, and we have a bear trap that they use to trap the Demogorgon towards the end of season 1. Also, probably one of the most notable details are the string lights that we have hanging from the ceiling. You can also see this nice yellow and white couch, and then there is also, of course, the writing on the wall, how she communicates with Will from the upside down. And then we have another sticker element off to the side with various furniture items that are hanging on the wall, as well as a phone. So the next thing we'll look at, I'll give you all a closer look at some of the sticker pieces. We have this Missing Will Byers sticker piece, which is funny. It has 1.5 inches tall, and we have the D&D board as well. And one of the coolest features of this set is this light brick. It lights up and allows for you to see a message on the wall. It's not actually like a message, but you get the general concept of it. It's accomplished through this tile that you put in front of the light brick that'll kind of block some areas of it so that it illuminates some of the letters here. Next up, we have Will's room, and this is probably one of the smallest parts of the interior, but it does look really nice. It's very compact, but they do still get a lot of detail in there. We're able to see some posters on the wall. All of these are stickers. There's actually quite a bit of stickers in this set. That's probably my only complaint, but we're able to see several lamps and lights inside of here, as well as a radio, and we have a reference to Jaws, except it's called Shark because LEGO does not have the license to Jaws as of making this video, so that was kind of funny. And there is one last look at the regular side of the interior of this set. We'll get into the upside down version of this in a second, but I really like it. I think it looks great. And of course, the main gimmick to this set and what makes it so unique and one of the best LEGO sets, or maybe not best, but one of the most creative LEGO sets of all time, is its ability to be flipped upside down to where you can display whatever side you so choose to display. And that is accomplished through these kind of ball joints that we see in the Mixels theme. There are several of these kind of spread out throughout the set. They kind of camouflage it a little bit. They'll place like some leaf elements in front of it, so it's not like super obvious, but it's very interesting how they accomplish this. They also use this technique in the new Gringotts Bank too, but this is the first time they have used it. Anyway, though, moving on, we do see lots of blue elements. It's like more of a grayscale for the upside down side of the set, but it does still look really nice. I like kind of the dead plants we see in the navy blue color scheme and the blue and the sand blues as well. You can also see some transparent pieces, which are supposed to kind of represent dust, and you can also see there is a upside down version of the printed window pieces that we saw earlier. What's really cool, you get two sticker sheets in the set, one for the upside down and one for the regular side. The upside down stickers are of course gray, and they are much more kind of gloomy looking to them, but they still look very nice despite being that kind of like same color scheme. Here's a look at the upside down version of the tree, and I really like the blue leaf elements that they have. I believe those are exclusive to this set. And then we also have a upside down version of the barb sticker, and then some of the vines that we saw earlier, we have the upside down versions of those. You can see some plants growing off to the side of the Byers' house, and it looks very, very nice. This is more of kind of the Halloween-esque kind of part of the set. So also, the trees are attached via mixel joints, and they're actually what support the set too, so that you're able to kind of flip it around. So it's very important that you build the trees right if you do decide to get this set, because if you don't, this set will tip over. So definitely pay attention while you are doing that. But off to the side here, we can see it's just a mirror image of the other side of the house with some more plants hanging off of the side of it. If you look at the roof, I do like the roof of the upside down more than the regular version of it, because there's a lot more going on here. We can see some more of those blue leaf elements as well as some brown ones and some dust everywhere, and I think it looks really nice. So I think my favorite part from the upside down is that navy blue color scheme. It's very, very good. I really enjoy that a lot. And now let's go ahead and get into the interior of the Byers' house from the upside down. It's very fun to kind of compare how similar both of them are. They are almost exact replicas with a few subtle differences, one of them being that there's nothing in the attic for the upside down. It's replaced by plants, and then you can see like all the stickers are kind of like grayed out, and so is literally everything else. There's just a lot of grays and blues. It's a more boring take on the interior, but I do still think it looks really nice. That's really my only complaint with this set, is how repetitive it is to build, because you're basically building the same thing twice, but the end product looks really unique, and I really like it a lot. I think another complaint with the upside down, but I guess it kind of makes sense, they don't give you a light brick, so you can't really send a message to the regular world of Hawkins, Indiana, but it does still look nice that they have the sticker piece there, and there's some plants, and then all of the lights some of them are broken, and then they're just like grayed out here too, and we can also see how the plants are replacing some of the details that we had in the attic on the other side of the set. You can see the armchair is now blue, and we have the grayed out D&D board in the living room as well. So very disappointing how they didn't throw anything in the attic, but I can kind of see why, and I do like the leaves that they do include. It just would have been cool to get like a grayed out Will the Wise hat or something like that. That would have been nice, but anyway, that is a final look at the interior. I think it is the clear winner for interior for this is definitely the regular side of it, but it does still look really nice in the upside down, and I do really like it a lot. It's a very, very unique Lego set. Like, I have not seen anything like this ever before, which is why I think this is such a popular Lego set. Also, the fact that it is like the only like playable Stranger Things set that they have, because the only other ones are Brickheadz and just like Comic-Con minifigures. I think that also contributes to its popularity a lot. And honestly, it is one of my favorite Lego sets in my Lego collection. I wouldn't consider myself the biggest Stranger Things fan, but because of how unique this set is, it'll stand out amongst all the other sets in your Lego collection, which is why I like it so much. Anyway, though, moving on from the actual upside down house, let's get into the minifigures. There are 8 of them. Each minifigure is exclusive to this set, so some of them are worth quite a bit of money. Here are the alternate faces for the minifigures that do have alternate face prints, and then here is a better look at the back printing for all the minifigures. Now getting into a more specific overview of the minifigures, we have the Demogorgon and Will. The Demogorgon is one of the expensive minifigures in the set. It's $72. We also have Mike and Lucas, who are still exclusive, but not as expensive as some of the other ones. We also get into Dustin, who is probably the second most expensive at $52. And then we have Hopper and Eleven, who both average for about $12. And what's crazy is if you have all of the minifigures, that's a total of $186 in the United States. So they almost make up for the entire value of the set, which is just mind-blowing, especially that Demogorgon and Dustin. They are some of the rarest ones in this set, and they go for way too much money in my opinion, but they are exclusive, and this is a hard to come by set, and the demand is certainly there. As Stranger Things is such a popular franchise, it's honestly surprising that they have not made more sets from the Stranger Things universe. I hope they do in the future, but for now, this is the big kind of play scale set that we have for Stranger Things. Maybe we'll get another one, but who knows. However, if they were only to do one Stranger Things set, I would still be happy with the one that we got. I feel like this is just such an iconic scene, and honestly, in my opinion, season 1 is the best season of Stranger Things. So if we only get like one play scale set for the entire sub theme, or for the entire theme, I would want it to be this. Some other cool ideas would be like maybe like a Starcourt Mall or something. But anyway, though, that's off topic. My final thoughts on this set, I easily give this a 10 out of 10. I have no complaints with this set, just like small nitpicks here and there with the upside down, but like even then the upside down is supposed to be boring, so it's not really a valid critique. And this set especially goes well with some of the other Halloween Lego sets that Lego has out right now, especially the Ghostbusters Ecto 1, as they do dress up as the Ghostbusters in season 2, so it kind of blends in very nicely. But as a special bonus for today's upload, we're also going to be reviewing the Stranger Things Brickheadz, since I do have those in my collection, and they're not really big enough to like have their own video review, but these guys originally went for $20. They are now retired, so they average closer to that 30 range. Now the first one we'll look at is the 11 Brickhead. This is my least favorite out of the two. She does have some printed elements though, with the shirt right here, and we can see the eyes are printed, and she does come with a waffle, which was a fun Easter egg to Eleven's obsession with Eggo waffles, and it's a very basic design here. I mean, it's nothing like super unique like the Demogorgon, so you can't really blame them for having a more simple design to it. What is funny with the Lego Brickheadz though, each one does contain a 2x2 pink brick to signify a brain, and here it is next to the 11 minifigure. It does look accurate too. You can see some similarities in the printing for both of the torso, so it is accurate to the minifigure. It's just not my favorite. It's a simple design. I think it's funny that both the minifigure and the Brickhead do come with a printed waffle piece. It's a solid build, just not my favorite in my opinion. My favorite of the two is easily the Demogorgon, a much more iconic Brickhead, and it's got some ladder pieces for details up towards the front. And then of course the big noticeable part of this Brickhead are the printed teeth pieces that we have here. We have some of the fangs in the center, and then the kind of like flower looking look to it, and then we've got some arms. When we look at the back of the Demogorgon though, it is a bit more simple, but you're not really seeing that too much, so like you can't complain about it too much, I would say. And I just love the look of this. It looks very nice, and you can also kind of close its mouth too. You can't like fully close it like you can and with the Demogorgon minifigure, but it is still cool. And what I thought was funny was that there's no pink brain for this Brickhead. Instead, it's these green pieces, so I wonder what that's supposed to mean on LEGO's end. But here is one last final look at the Demogorgon, and here it is next to the minifigure. As you can see, they look very similar. I think LEGO did a great job at replicating the Demogorgon. I especially love those printed pieces too for the teeth. Very well done on LEGO's end, and this pairs up perfectly with the upside down. If you do have that, would highly recommend getting the Brickheadz as well, and it's a solid 2-pack. I would love to see them do more Brickheadz out of this, but considering only 20 bucks and it's like the second Stranger Things set, it's like one of the 3 Stranger Things sets that we have gotten before, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. I would have liked to see some improvement with the 11 Brickhead, but honestly there's not much they could do though, because it is a basic design, so not much they could have done, but it's not perfect by any means, so that's why I give it the 8 out of 10. And like I said earlier, goes great with the upside down, so if you have one, I feel like you should try and go ahead and get the other one, because it does make for a nice little Stranger Things display, and I really like it. But that is all for today, so definitely let me know what you guys think of the LEGO Stranger Things upside down. Is it worth its $300 price tag on the aftermarket in 2023? Definitely let me know in the comments below. Personally, I think it is. That's about what I paid to get this set last year, and I don't regret it one bit. It is one of the most unique LEGO sets, but that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.